all together, so you wouldn't know who's Syrian, who's Yemenis, who's Irani, who's Egyptian. We're all one, so let's gather all behind the stage. Okay. All right. Why we are here? We are here for a word of unity. You are here to tell the whole world that we are one. And I will just tell a small story about how we are all united. I started taking my kids, my 2 years old Aya, to a demonstration in New York. The first one I took her, it was a Palestinian demonstration. So every time I go to New York, she told me, Daddy, are we going to free Palestine? I will yes, Aya. Then a couple of months in a row, I went to New York, and Aya told me, are we going to free Palestine? I was like, Aya, no, this is free Egypt. Then a couple of weeks later, it's free Syria, and then free Libya, and then free Iran. So we are all connected. We are all staying together. We all suffer for oppression and occupation. So this is why we are gathered here. So are we ready to be united all together? Yeah! Because people united will never be defeated.
People united will never be defeated.
United
will never be defeated.
I will introduce my co-MC, my friend Bita from Iran. Let's hear for Bita.
Thanks everyone for coming out. This is amazing. This is so incredible. We can only be stronger if we stand here together. One of the other things that we wanted to remind everybody about is that the reason that we're also here is because just minutes from us, just blocks from us, the G8 has gathered with Arab leaders. The G8 has gathered with Saudi Arabian leaders, with Qatari leaders, with the interim prime ministers of Tunisia and Egypt. And they have said that they come together to support the region. They have come together to call for democracy and freedom and justice for the Arab Spring and for the Iranian people's uprising. But they have invited to this table today the IMF. They have invited to this table today the World Bank and executives from various corporations. And these leaders, many of whom are still dictatorial regimes that the G8 has supported, many of whom are not the elected officials that we, the people, have demanded represent us. So we are here today to tell them, to remind them that to support these movements means to support the people on the ground, to call for an end to the violence that we've seen in Yemen just a few days ago, to call for an end to the violence in Syria, the tortures and imprisonments in Iran, the continued bulldozing and land occupation in Palestine, to call for an end to this and the support of dictatorial regimes. And the only way to heed the demands of the people is to listen to them and let them lead.
I would like to ask all the scheduled speakers to line up here next to the stage, because we have to accommodate 6 countries. So imagine accommodating 6 countries. So please, if you are a speaker, if you are in the list, only in the list, please come to the, next to the stage. And if we have extra time at the end, I will let other people talk, but we're only people in the list. And if every speaker will only speak for 2 minutes, because we need to accommodate 6 or 7 countries. Okay, are we all agree on that? Yeah! All right. Our first speaker is Dr. Mazen Tanawi, and Dr. Mazen Tanawi, he played a huge role in the Syrian committee. Let's hear it for Dr. Mazen.
The reason why we're here to tell the people across the street from us, we all united, regardless the name of our country, Syria, Yemen, Iran, Libya, Egypt, we all human beings. Morocco, Tunisia, all the country. The reason why we are here to tell them, we want the freedom. We want the voice of the people, not the voice of the dictator. The people in Syria, they've been blocked from all the medias. Their voice is not heard. The family are burying their children. The loved one, young, 13 years old, woman being raped, 6 months. It took to Mr. Obama to tell Bashar Assad, you lost your legitimacy. Bashar Assad was never elected by his own people. Neither his father. They ruled the country for 40 years. They were expecting a reform from a dictator, from a son of the dictator. Oh, what he has done, doing more crimes, more killing. We want that to stop. We want the people to choose their presidents, to choose their officials. We want to stop the killing in Syria. That's all what we want. If one of us name will be brought to the Syrian government, to the dictator government, they will be taking his family. They will be cutting them in pieces. A couple of days ago, they killed a young demonstrator, Riaz Matar. Riaz Matar.
We're working on this out.
We'll be with you in a minute.